Good afternoon, Class 5. For Science today, we're going to look at how life expectancy has changed over the years. We're going to have a look at some data and you're going to write some conclusions based on that data as well. So what is life expectancy? It's basically the length of time on average that a particular animal or human is expected to live. And the key part there is on average, okay? It doesn't mean that everybody will live till that age. Okay, it's an average. So, is the following statement correct then? Animals with longer life expectancies have longer gestation periods. How can we find out? What data do we need and why? And we'll come back to that question later on. So, a couple of statistics then. As of 2012, only 18% of the population were under 16. 60% were aged between 16 to 64. 22% were 85 and over, and that number is increasing, which means that people are living longer. Obviously, this data was from 8 years ago. Things might have changed a little bit by now. But by 2033, so in 13 years, it's predicted that it'll be 30% of the people of the population that were 85 and over. So that's good because it means that people are living longer. Not only that though, over the last 25 years, the percentage of population aged over 65 has increased by 16%. So from this data, people are living longer. The average age of the UK's population was 42 in 2012. Okay, that's not old at all. By 2034 though, they're expected to be around 100 Britons aged over 110. Okay, that's really interesting. So in 14 years they're expecting about 100 people to live until they are 110. But the UK is not alone, okay? Across Europe, birth rates are quite low and the average life expectancy of people in Europe is increasing. So if we have a look at some places in the world where the life expectancy is good and bad. So in Monaco, which is at the south of France, the average life expectancy there is 89 for females, 88 for males. Japan is in the 80s as well, so is Andorra and Singapore. So in those 4 countries, they have a high life expectancy. And then some of the worst countries, we've got Somalia, the Congo, CA Republic and Sierra Leone. Okay, and they don't have as high of a life expectancy. Not too sure why. It could be their conditions of living might not be as good in other countries. They might not have food and water like we have to help keep them alive longer. They might not have access to medical care as well. We're very lucky that we have the NHS over here, but they won't have anything like that. So let's have a look at the graph. You've got this graph in your pack and this is what you are going to base your work on today. Before you do anything, I want you to write some notes around the graph. So let's have a look at what we've got. We've got life expectancy at birth in England and Wales from 1841 to 2011. So in 2011, okay, they were predicting, so we go up to 2010, males were living till 79, females 82.8 with a gap of 3.8 years. Increase in life expectancy likely due to health improvements in young population. So lots of you have jabs now and like you've had your flu jabs in school and stuff. Back in the 1800s that wouldn't have been possible. Increase in life expectancy likely due to health improvements in older population as well. So now there are lots of other treatments around. So I want you to just spend a couple of minutes writing some notes about what you can see from this graph. So we can definitely tell that the life expectancy was low. Okay, in 1841 it was very low there. Whereas now it's increased. Has it increased every year? That could be something that we could look at. So if we have a look, oh, so it decreased at the start, but then it has climbed quite significantly in the 1900s there. So it's climbed quite significantly, especially like here, if we look here, within the years, this one especially. Okay, so you could even write, so in the 1980s, the life expectancy was 71. Okay, so make some conclusions there. So if you want to pause the video, spend a couple of minutes just writing down any facts that you can decipher from the graph, and then unpause the video, and then we'll do the last task. Okay, so write down 3 conclusions from the data on the graph. Make sure you include the data in your statements. So you could say that it's improved from 40 all the way up to, I'd say, about 83. So you could write life expectancy has increased from 40 to 83. So it shows that it's a big increase there. You could also mention certain years. Okay, so using what you've used in this part, you could also mention male and female, because if you look at this bit that I didn't realise was there, it's showing that the darker line is for females and the lighter line is to males. So the male life expectancy has always been lower than the females. So that could be something else that we write. Life expectancy of males is always lower than females. Okay, that could be something else that you write in there. Okay, so just 3 conclusions from the data. And then you've finished your science for today, guys. Well done.